Hello, everyone. This video is really for people who are struggling with emotions. It's all about emotions and finding a way to transmute them. So some of the emotions are great and we want to have them and they're fantastic. We have a lot of fun and we laugh, we feel joy. But sometimes the emotions can be strongly disturbing, strongly upsetting, strongly unbalancing, um, grief or anger or hopelessness or desperation, or all of these things that are part of the human experience, but sometimes they're very challenging and they can throw us off balance and make us feel as though we can't connect and we can't be centered and we can't even envision a way forward. We can't envision a future in which things work out. So it can cause us to feel like very, very strongly negative about our own futures and about the future of the world, the future of everyone we know. So it can be very, very upsetting, distressing, disturbing, really, really unpleasant. And believe me, I've been there, especially recently. So I've asked the angels to contribute a video and a little bit of extra help. So some transmissions of energy as well for anyone who wants um, to use the power of the emotions, because there's a lot of power in them. Sometimes we're trying to suppress the power, we're trying to not feel, and we're using a lot of energy to not feel. So we can use this energy to guide into new frequencies, to use to create, to be creative, and to bring joy and fun and inspiration and excitement and all of the good stuff. So just allow, I'm going to allow the angels to start speaking now. But this is really, yeah, it's for anyone who has been on a bit of an emotional roller coaster and has felt like it's beyond their control. So they're out of control and being swept away, tossed around by the emotions. Okay, so let's get into it. So just centering yourselves wherever you happen to be, feeling the contact that your body is making with either the floor or the chair or both. And allowing yourself to simply be here now with this feeling. To know above all that this feeling is very welcome here. It's very welcome for this video. And it's actually very useful to have the feeling, whatever the feeling is, for the purposes of this exercise and this video. So just whatever you're feeling, this is perfect for this experience. And just knowing that we have observed in human beings a tendency to immediately judge whatever the feeling is that you're having and to decide if it's good or bad. And if it's bad, to begin to almost criticize yourselves for having the feelings, to almost judge yourselves as though there's something wrong with you for having a feeling. And particularly among people who um, are working in the spiritual fields. So whether you're a meditation teacher or a Reiki master or a yoga teacher or a light worker of some kind of energy worker or healer, it seems that there is more of a tendency to judge yourselves for having strong feelings, particularly strongly negative feelings, if you have been working with energy and light, because it's almost as though you've failed a test. If you can't control your own feelings, or if you can't master your own feelings. And this has caused a tremendous amount of instability and upset and distress and frustration that we have become aware of. And that is partly why we are inviting you to work with us now, to soften this and to perhaps just have a little change of perspective here with the emotions. So perhaps one of the most important things to say before we begin to work with the energy, although we are actually already working with the energy, is that your feelings are energy. And when they are strong feelings, it means that you have a lot of available energy, some very strong energy available to you. And just like any other, how should we put this? When you put energy in to your body, you have energy to work with. So it gives you energy to do things, to create things, to paint pictures, to write music, to sing, to clean the house, to dance, to create anything you wish to create. So all of this energy is useful and we can work with it. So never be in any doubt about this, that the energy is somehow bad and you must get rid of it. The energy is good. The energy is all good and we can use all of it. So just bearing in mind that, first of all, there is nothing wrong with having a feeling. And secondly, the stronger the feeling, the more energy that's in the feeling, the more we can use it for something that we wish to create. So just settling into this moment, this very moment in time and space, this place that you're in, this body, bringing your attention to the contact that you are making with the ground, so the ground beneath your feet, or whatever you're sitting on, just allowing yourself to feel physical, feel yourself present here as a physical being with emotions, an emotional and physical being, which is really part of what you are as a being of humanness. Just breathing now and allowing. And as you breathe and allow, we shall begin to just join with you, join in with you, mingle our emotions, our energies with yours. And just let's see what happens as we do this. So for some of you, this may have an immediate effect. You may notice that there's an immediate movement of energy. And the energy is moving up the spine, and it's coming through the heart and up through the throat and up through the crown and out the top of your head. And it's very pleasant. It's very, very, very pleasant as we do this. So for all of you, this is available. This feeling of literally moving the energy from one place to another within your body. So allowing the energy to travel up the spine. You may feel it at the back of your neck. You may feel it in your legs as it starts to pull energy from the earth to strengthen it on its journey. So just allowing this movement of energy, shall we say. And as you breathe, you might find that you are willing to let go of some of the tension that has been caused by your trying to control and restrict the energy as it flows. So just noticing that you can let go of some of the tension and you can allow more room to breathe and more room for this energy to move. So as though you were now the river, and the river is gaining in strength and it's moving and flowing. So there is a river of emotions, a river of feeling, and it's moving and flowing. So you're now going to let yourself flow with it. And as you let yourself flow, you'll notice that it just becomes easier and easier to relax and to breathe. So just breathing with us, breathing with us, and flowing with us, flowing with us. And you might notice that this is becoming easier and easier and easier as you let yourself feel easy, feel easy. And as you do this, you might find that it's becoming quite pleasant. There's a sort of tickling sensation at the crown as the joy bubbles begin to form. So as we work with this energy, it's like a little bit like baking a cake. We have all these strong ingredients and we mix them all together and we put them in the oven. And when we take this beautiful cake out of the oven, it doesn't resemble the initial bunch of ingredients that we put in. So it doesn't look anything like flour, doesn't look anything like sugar or butter or any of these things. It looks like a cake and it's very different, but it's the same ingredients. So the cake is very sweet and it's lovely and we love the cake. And we didn't necessarily love the ingredients on their own. So we didn't really want to eat the flour on its own. We didn't want to eat, or maybe we did, the butter or the sugar on its own. But as we've made the cake, it's as though we've refined the ingredients and we've moved them around a bit, and we've worked on them with heat and we've worked on them with movement, and we've created something much, much more delicious and more appealing. And that's what we're doing here now with you and your feelings, is that we have noticed that perhaps the feelings are not as joyful as we would like them to be. And we've allowed ourselves to have the feelings, and we've accepted that we've got some great raw material here, we've got some great ingredients, and that we're now choosing to make a cake. And we are choosing the type of cake we want to make. So it might be exhilaration, it might be excitement, it might be inspiration, it might be creativity, it might be that we want to create something, maybe paint something, or sing something, or play some music. We might want to cook something, we might want to dance, whatever it is we want to do with this energy. You might want to write something. We might even want to just say something to someone in a beautiful way. So noticing that we can let this energy just flow. And as we let it flow, it's going to go to the place of least resistance. It's going to just flow to the higher ground. And the more we relax and allow it, the more it's going to move into beauty. Just letting this energy, all of it, move into beauty. And it's becoming the most beautiful possible expression of itself, because this is what you are all doing. Each and every one of you are blossoming and blooming now. into the most beautiful expression of yourselves as human beings and as a collective. So just allowing yourself to feel this uplifting energy, this movement of energy. And as it moves, it becomes enhanced. And it becomes lighter and lighter and lighter and more and more and more joyful. And there are waves. And there are waves of serenity. There are waves of bliss. And there are waves of peace. And waves of possibility. And there are waves of compassion. Huge, beautiful waves of compassion and love. And you might like to swim in these beautiful waves of compassion and love. And as you swim in these waves of love, you allow them to begin to radiate from you, as though you are now the vehicle for love to manifest and to flow. So letting yourself flow with love. And it may begin to feel very, very, very light, very soft as you let yourself do this, where you're going higher and higher and higher into frequencies that are so light that we cannot even name them. They are so light. They have no name. They are nameless, but they are also blissful. And allowing all of the beauty to just flow and move through you. And this is our recipe for transmuting any energy that you happen to be experiencing. And we invite you to use it and share it and let us know how it is. Let us know how it works for you. And we thank you for giving us this opportunity to share with you in this way.